You ever wish there was just a simple formula for success? Like a cheat sheet for life, for business? Well, today we're going to dive into this really powerful framework that was kind of hidden in plain sight, right inside the daily wisdom of one super prolific blogger. It's the ultimate question, right? You look at people who are just crushing it and you can't help but wonder, what's their secret? What do they know that the rest of us don't? Is it just dumb luck? Are they all geniuses? Or is it something that, we can actually learn and use ourselves? Well, the answer might actually be a lot simpler than you think. So we've been digging through Trevor Noah's blog, and it's just this amazing collection of daily thoughts on business, on life, the whole shebang. And as we looked through it all, we started seeing this pattern, this clear, really memorable framework that just kept popping up. So, okay, let's get into it. It's called the ABCs of success, and it all boils down to three core character traits that anyone can develop: attitude, belief, and commitment. Sounds simple, right? But trust me, when you put these three together, it is incredibly powerful. Let's break them down. All right, first up, A is for attitude. And look, this isn't just about, being happy-go-lucky all the time. It's way deeper. It's the fundamental mindset that literally dictates how you respond to everything life throws at you. And I mean, especially when you fail. This quote here, it's from a review of the legendary Zig Ziglar's work, and it just hits the nail on the head. Failure is an event, not a person. Just let that sink in for a second. That right there is the absolute core of a winning attitude. It means you can mess up, you can fail at something, but it doesn't mean you are a failure. It's all about separating that setback from who you are, from your identity, so you can keep looking forward. Think about it. How often do we let one bad day, one screw up, define our entire sense of self-worth? Making that mental shift, that's the first huge key. And here's a perfect real-world example of just how powerful this is. Do you remember Zach and Flo from The Amazing Race? Oh man, Flo is a textbook case of a negative anchor. She was constantly whining, always threatening to just give up. But Zach, his attitude, his composure was just incredible. He stayed so focused on the goal, even with all that negativity, that he practically dragged her kicking and screaming across the finish line to win $1 million. It just goes to show, a powerful attitude can not only conquer challenges, it can even conquer really challenging people. Okay, so let's move on to B for belief. Now, if attitude is kind of like the compass that sets your direction, then belief, well, that's the fuel in the tank. It's that deep down conviction you have that actually turns your dreams into something real. And hey, this is not just some wishful thinking, okay? It's about what the source material calls faith. It says, faith is all that dreamers need to see into the future. Belief, true belief, lets you see life not just for what it is right now, but for what it could be. It's like seeing a world of possibilities where everyone else just sees roadblocks and limits. You can see this exact transformation in the story of Jason Stevens. He's a character from a book that was reviewed on the blog, and he starts out as this totally aimless guy, just drifting. His big task was simple: find a dream for himself. And the change is just incredible. He goes from having zero direction to being totally purpose-driven. But here's the kicker, the most important part. That huge shift didn't happen because his life circumstances changed. It happened because his belief in what was possible changed. Okay, so you've got attitude, you've got belief. But right now, that's just a bunch of potential energy, right? It needs a spark. And that brings us to the final critical piece of the puzzle, C for commitment. This is the engine. This is what drives action and turns all that vision into actual, tangible results. The blog has this great line. It says, without commitment, you're just a highly motivated jackrabbit. You've got all this energy, but you're just bouncing all over the place with no direction. Commitment is where the rubber finally meets the road. It's about taking those huge, scary dreams and breaking them down into small, bite-sized, actionable goals. You don't just wake up and decide to be successful. No. You commit to making that first phone call, writing that first page, making that first sale, and then you do it again the next day and the next, building that momentum. And Jason Stevens' story is the perfect example of this. His commitment wasn't just some one-time decision he made. No way. It was a process, a journey that unfolded over a whole year. You can see it on this timeline. Each month, he had a new task, a new gift to learn. From the value of pure hard work on a farm, to finding joy in solving problems, to discovering that purpose we talked about. The big takeaway here is that real commitment isn't a sprint. It's a marathon built on all these consistent, daily actions that stack on top of each other over time. So, there you have it, the ABCs of success: a resilient attitude, a powerful belief, and a daily commitment to taking action. It's a really simple framework on the surface, but when you dig in, it's pretty profound, right? So, the only question left is for you. Now that you have the formula, what are you going to commit to?